All right, guys, I'm excited. I'm super, super excited for this one. This is an individual that I love to hear speak because it's coming from a massive perspective of experience. It's someone who has been in this industry for quite some time. I don't want to tell you the time because it reveals his age, but he's been here doing it for a while now, right? And it's not just experience; it's real experience. He's been to the top of companies. He's pushing his way to the top of I am. He's making a massive impact, helping his organization over 100 people, right? And I just really think when you look at that and you look at, okay, how did he get there? Why is he still there? And why is he still going where he's going? And you have to look at the qualities of somebody. You have to look, okay, are they a servant leader? Right? Are they consistent? Do they communicate? Right? Are they coachable? Right? Are they willing to duplicate? And these are characteristics that this individual has. And I'm extremely excited because the topic that he chose to talk about tonight, I didn't give him the topic. It was, yo, what do you want to talk about? I want you to speak. And he picked mindset, obsession, and adversity. And this is someone who's extremely personally developed, extremely competitive, and has been up some crazy ass hurdles. We'll leave it at that. And so I really, really, really don't want to spend a lot of time just introducing this person. I really want you guys to see why I have such a massive amount of respect for Lewis. So Lewis, I'm gonna go ahead and give you co-host, bro. I'm gonna let you take over. Drop some sevens in the chat for my man, and let's get this thing moving.
Thank you, Tim. I truly appreciate it. Guys, give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Perfect. I know I have some internet issues, but first and foremost, like I said, Tim, thank you once again. Guys, I have the most respect for Tim. Guys, Tim came to my dad's funeral. Him and Mike and Nancy came to my dad's funeral. That just shows you the character of that gentleman and what he's about. He's a humble servant leader, and he's always been there for me regardless. And I think a lot of you guys can speak on that behalf and agree with me when it comes to him being there for us. So Tim, thank you guys. Drop some sevens in the chat for Tim. I love that dude, man. We need to have an open up because everybody's looking real rough if they got some facial hair. So yeah. I see you. So guys, just check this out. It doesn't matter if you guys screens on. I get it. Sometimes I'm busy with my kids, so you might hear some noise in the background. My kids crying and screaming and everything like that. But today, I just want to give you guys a little rundown. I had some notes, but I really think God has spoken to me and just open up and just talk to you guys straight off the top of the head. If you guys have questions later, we'll definitely you can shoot some questions at me. I'll answer them. But I don't want to stick on here too long. I really want to just be transparent and get to the point of topic. A little bit about myself. I'm 34 years old. I'm a dad. Obviously, I live out here in Milwaukee. A little bit more about me. I grew up in a single family home. My mom raised me. I didn't know my dad too well until I got a little bit older. I knew him, but we just didn't have the greatest bond until I got a little bit older. So what I was saying, guys, is I'm a person who's always been goofy. I love to play around, class clown. I really didn't do good in school at all. Like, school was horrible. I don't have a degree. I still don't have a degree because I think I owe the library some books or something like that. But anyway, I've been a class clown, always been goofy, but I always knew I never wanted to work for anybody. I don't know if anybody can contest. Drop a one if you have always known that you never wanted to. What? You never wanted to be, yes, thank you, that you never wanted to be in that situation where you're working a 9 to 5, which was me all the time. I saw my mom, I saw my family, that's all they knew. I was a blue-collared individual who came from a blue-collar town, which is in Milwaukee, not Milwaukee, but Kenosha, Wisconsin, right on the border of Illinois, if you guys know where that's at. So I always knew like I wanted to do something other than that. So football was my way out. So growing up, I grew up with the blue collar, but I also on my dad's side, I grew up with the individuals who were street hustlers. You get what I'm saying? Guys who were straight gangsters and savages. People who just always wanted to just do some different things that, some people might not condone. So don't judge me on that. But that helped me out a little bit about how to be a different type of person, understand the street value and understand business value. But I have some notes. Like I said, I really don't want to talk about them, but I really want to go into the mentality of how I've always believed in myself, but I just really didn't have the maturity, which comes, if you guys follow me on Instagram, maturity is what we've been talking about, or with other people, maturity is what I've been talking about the last few weeks. Is you have the mentality to that you know that you're going to do something great, but what happens when you're not mature to retain that mentality? If you guys get what I'm saying. Okay, so we can always have the goals and the ambitions and the things that we want to do, but what happens when we're not mature? So I'll take you guys to me playing football. So I've loved playing football. I had the opportunity to play at a high level, but what happened was when I played football, I understood everything that came with football. I understood how to manipulate football quarterbacks, to bait the receiver. I played defensive back, so I understood the obsession of the details. You get what I'm saying? The mentality for football was the detail to becoming great. Kobe Bryant said it. His obsession, becoming great at something, was what set him apart from everybody else, which I knew that on the football field. My trouble was when I was outside of the football field, it was the things that came with being an athlete, like the parties, the kicking it, the everything that comes with the athletes, the working out. You get what I'm saying? And that's what really dampened my career, was the maturity of the other side of the realm. Like Tim says, you have to be aligned to get to where you need to be. Everything has to be aligned. Your mentality, your maturity, your spirituality, and everything like that has to be aligned, right? What is this? Like I was so used to winning. I understood losing and I understood winning, but I really didn't understand the consequences when I got cut from my football team. Like I was like, damn, I thought I was doing good. But it was the outside thing. So when I'm telling you guys, so if you're so focused on trading and growing the business, right, we can put all the mentality in together, but are you still, on the Xbox? Are you still out kicking it? Obviously, you can't really kick it right now, but are you taking your time to really be obsessed and intricate and really detail oriented when it comes to the trading aspect? Because you can always be better, right? I'm 34 years old, and a lot of you guys are a lot blessed to have this information that you guys have. So when it comes to the mentality, really honing into that mentality. How I got started to understand my growth and my development was listening to other individuals in network marketing. Tim said something to you guys about me being in network marketing, and I've been in it forever. Like I said, 34 years old. I started selling Cutco knives at the age of 15. I sold them to my neighbors. I sold them to my dad, and I quit because that shit was a little too hard. I'm like, who's gonna buy $1,200 knives? I wouldn't. I go right to Walmart and get some of those. And then on top of that, I sold the vacuum cleaners, and then I did some other potions and lotions, and then I really didn't like that. And then football took over, and then after football, I came back to the home. So I've always had the mentality of like helping people or being that individual that wants to push some type of product, right? But it wasn't really my calling. Okay, so after football, I started hanging out with the wrong crew. Once again, getting back into that mentality where that maturity level consists of. But then I had a mentor who listened to, who was the guy named? The guy that always yells, a black dude. I can't think of his name. He's a black motivational speaker. I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, once I started Monday Motivation, TGIM, I can't think of his name. If you want to drop it in the thing. ET, yeah, Eric Thomas, yes. Thank you, my guy. So ET. So I started listening to him, but it wasn't really clicking, right? My mentality hasn't really clicked until about a year ago, when it's like getting everything aligned, like with the mentality thing. So A lot of us have issues with winning and with losing, but it's all about our mental preparation. And the reason why I talked about mentality first is because we need to focus on really growing our mindset. That's the first thing that needs to grow is our mental, and then everything else will follow. They say if you want to get money, right? If you want to become a millionaire, you're chasing millions, but it's not really. It's the maturity and the mentality that's going to get you to that. Okay. So with that being said, what else was I going to say? I got so many things going through my head, guys. I love talking to you guys on a transparent level. Um, Okay, so how many of you guys have an issue with like you're trading and you're doing good, and then something ends up happening, you blow your whole account, or you get close to blowing your account? You can raise your hand, drop a 7 or drop a 1, because I one trash, right? Now we're gonna go into a little bit of adversity. Okay. See, a lot of us have uh uh we love to win. We're winners. Like I told you before, I always knew how to win, but I never knew how to lose. But you guys have to lose, right? To be able to understand the importance of winning. Okay. If you're always winning, there's a lot of people I know that are so good at everything and they hate to lose, right? But that's what really sets you apart from just winning all the time. You have to lose so you can understand the importance. And the number one thing is it's not always about making it, it's about maintaining that winning aspect. You can lose all the time, but we can make it to to where we need to be. But what is it that we're trying to do? We're trying to maintain. Like shit, I want to have a trading day that's, 5 figures. But are we maintaining that? Are we keeping that retention? Are we having a 5 figure day and then are we losing it right away? Right? So that's where the mentality comes in, regardless of what you do. So I start my day off with personal development affirmations, 45 minutes off the top. I grab my phone. I hear it all the time. The first 8 to 15 minutes of your day, right, is where your mind is the most consistent. That's just your body, period. You have all these high frequency vibes that are going on. So you have to get into that vibration of where you need to be on a consistent level mentally, right? Because if you go throughout your day without having that mentality, then you're going to have a lot of things that life throws at you that's just going to bust you in the face. You have to get ready for those hits, right? You have to get ready for those ups and downs. Okay. So my morning starts off like that. Okay. So I was always a person who just grabbed my phone and went to my Instagram and started looking at things and was like, damn, like watching World Star Hip Hop, people getting killed, people getting beat up and stuff like that. But what am I doing? I am preparing my mind for the rest of the day. So any negativity can come into that. But as I grew older, like as of now, as of today, I realized the importance of my vibrations and listening to something that's going to upbeat my mental. Bob Proctor, E.T., something of that nature. Okay. So that's one thing I want to talk to you. Like, that's what I wanted to say about mentality. Like, a lot of us have our issues with losing, but we have the choice to minimize the losing to winning, but you got to face that. But adversity, guys. So I know I'm bouncing around, but you'll get it at the end of the day. You'll get it at the end. But adversity has always been an issue to me too, is because how many of you guys have went through a whole day and the whole day was great, and then something just smacks you in the face, punch you hard as hell, and it just messed up your whole day, right? Drop a 2 in the chat. Like, it happens to us all the time. And I think that's the worst thing in the world. Like, man, and I talk to family members all the time, and without morning motivation, without listening to like Mornings with Nano, if I didn't have those people in my situation the last 2 years, like my family would run me up a wall. So sometimes I only pick up the phone. But I'm just gonna go back to the beginning of this year, 2020. Um, Obviously, you guys know this whole coronavirus issue or whatever. But to be honest, my son was really sick, and he ended up being on an oxygen tank and all this stuff. He was just duct tape. He's only 9 months, so he's a young dude. So we had to fear that he was gonna be, we were gonna lose him. So in 2019, I told myself in 2020, I'm going to become a chairman, and I'm going to, take my kids to Disney World for Christmas, and I'm going to do the things that I need to do. I'm going to step up a little bit more. I'm going to get into the trenches. I'm going to really become a student of the game instead of a leader, and not, you become, to be a great leader, you have to become an outstanding student. Okay. So in the beginning of the year, all this stuff was happening. My son he almost died. Obviously, he's still here. I'm very blessed that he's here. Right. So after he gets out of the hospital, I'm getting ready to go to Florida. Right after Florida, what happens? My dad gets put in the hospital. I think like the first week, I leave on the 12th or like the 9th, and I come back on the 12th. My dad gets put in the hospital. So I got to deal with that. Right. And I don't know if anybody you guys have, everybody has that one family member that just is like always about them. Oh, you gotta do this, we gotta do this. So I was dealing with my brother. Don't tell him I said it if you guys meet him one day. I had to deal with his hard-headed ass. And it was really frustrating to focus on that and my dad and my son. So I needed that vacation. So I went to Florida, and then we were in this flag football tournament, and then we lost out there, right? And now I'm pissed because I called all my NFL buddies, and they came out there, and they looking at me like, what happened? Our quarterback, he's trash, so he didn't show up. But anyway, coming back into the year, I'm having some financial situations. So I'm still keeping my head down and my vision to where I need to be. That's where the self-development comes in, guys. The mentality, what I'm saying is the mentality, all this self-development, right? What happens when shit hits the fan? Do you stay consistent with that self-development? Does that mentality continue to practice throughout the day, right? So when my son was dying, when he was not dying, but yeah, when he was dying, right? Where was my head? I was hurt, but I still had to push. All that self-development, that practice, I couldn't just throw that out the window, right? My dad went into the hospital, the stuff with Florida. But then, right, 2 weeks later, guys, my my dad passes away, right? 2 weeks later, my dad passes away. And 6 weeks after that was probably the toughest time of my life, because we went to New York. And what happened sorry, my boy, it's just my dad. And then when we went to New York, that coronavirus shut down. So I was really looking forward to being around people with high frequency. You get what I'm saying? But what did I continue to do? I continued the mentality, the self-development, understanding what I needed to do to stay on course with my future and the plan that I needed to have, right? So this is where obsession comes in to play. How dedicated are you to your mentality, and how dedicated are you to your goals, right? You can have a vision or whatever like that, but I see God has a plan for each and every one of us, regardless of what your belief is, okay? So I don't want to, make that claim if you don't believe, but that's my belief. So I'm starting to become more obsessed. I was obsessed with football, understanding detail, watching players become great, watching my position do what they needed to do. I watched other fathers raise their kids. I became obsessed with being better, right? So if you notice what happens, everything is coming back into circle, full circle. My mentality has to be right, regardless of the adversity. You feel what I'm saying? I know a few people that are in here that's families passes away and they're chairman 25 because they just pushed and pushed and pushed and became obsessed. And it's not obsessed with yourself, it's obsessed with helping the people you bring into this company. The people that you want to make better. Even if they're not in the company, you're still making people better and understanding that you're helping them know their worth. But that's what really pushed me to keep going, was how do I become better? I wanted to become better because my mentality wasn't in the right spot, that self-development. Because when I was getting faced with adversity, I would just let adversity take over. David Monetier said it the best. Somebody stole my damn Rolls Royce, a $435,000 car. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say what is it? Disclaimer, right? That car, and he was at a gala and for his Believe Nation, and somebody stole his car, But instead of getting mad, he was just like, what? Because what? His all that self-development, it needed to play. His mentality was in the right spot, that regardless of what happens, you know, that's just a materialistic thing that we can get back later on down the line. Yes, does it suck? But hey, it is what it is. I'm just going to keep pushing and going forward. So that's what I want to tell you guys today is, like, whatever you're going through, and I know a lot of you guys do self-development. I know a lot of people have high frequency and vibrations. That's why you guys are consistently on this call. Okay. But self-development really helped me push, and the mentality every day when I wake up is like, yo, I'm going to reach out to somebody. I'm going to believe. I don't know, Bob Proctor, man, he has done something to me that just, I don't know if he's done anything to you guys, but he's done something to me. And I've heard, it's crazy, I've heard a lot of these guys a long time ago, right, that 5-7 years ago that people brought to my attention. I never listened to it. Why? Because it wasn't my time, I guess, but my time is now. But what do you do to stick with your mentality? Right? A lot of you, I'm not even going to say, a lot of us, right? We are faced with a lot of fears. A lot of us are faced with, man, it's me versus me. And that's really what it is. Okay. If I think about this, okay, me, do I want to go talk to that person? Hell no. But in something in my heart tells me to go speak to that person. Do I want to sit on this trading call? Why? No, I really don't, because I could be Netflixing and chilling, getting my feet rubbed. But you know what? I need to do that. So a lot of this, when it comes to ourselves, is me versus me. I want you guys to write that down. Me versus me. So this is going to be your guys's, I guess, homework. You guys can drop this. You guys can drop this in the QC chat tomorrow or tonight, whenever you have time. But me versus me, what I want you to do on the me side, I want you to put best above me. And then on the other one, I want you to put fear, right? I want you to write all your best qualities of who you are. And then on fear, I want you to write all the things you're fearful of. This is something that I've done a few times. And then what you're going to think about when you do that, all the things that you have put your mind to and all the things that you've overcame, you're going to look at fear and be like, you're going to cross out everything that you have accomplished over fear. Okay. So if I'm scared to talk to somebody, cross it out because you've done it. You feel what I'm saying? So these are little things that I've helped me push to get where I am. Guys, you got to understand where I come from. You have to have the mentality. Your mentality is not always positive. You feel what I'm saying? I know some people contest. I grew up around some real hard ass people, some thugs, I've been through the streets. I've been through it all. You get what I'm saying? But there's some things that just, by the grace of God, my direction went the other way. Please, don't test me. I still got them hands. But I'm just joking. But I still got it. You guys get it? I'm still an individual that the pros and cons of my life are the pros over battle every fear. And there's no reason for you to be scared of fear, because fear is just falling forward. You just got to keep going and going and going and going. You get what I'm saying? So if you're having a difficulty understanding like what your purpose is, I want you guys to understand self-development and just stick with somebody that has exactly what you want. You don't have to become that person. You just, who said it the other day? Cash with the dress. He said it the best. He said, I am who I am, right? I'm not going to change who I am, but I'm going to take some of the greatest qualities from them individuals and put them into who I am. For the first time in my life at 34 years old, guys, I can say I know exactly who I am. I don't care if you don't like who I am, but I love me. My vibes is on a whole different level. I don't accept anything into my life that's going to be negative or anything like that. I have my own fights and my own battles in my own head. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, guys, like I said, it's not about making it, it's about retaining it. And that goes to knowledge, that goes to your self-development, that goes to your obsession. Your obsession could be anything. It could be getting better in trading. It could be getting better in becoming a better daughter, a better father, a better brother, a better sibling, a better anybody. But that's the obsession. I really don't share my trading status, but I am very great at that. You know, I need to open up a little bit more about how I trade, but I became obsessed, and that is what I do. I'm very good at it, guys. Like, it's just, I became obsessed. Why? Because now I have 2 lines of income. I actually have 4 lines of income, but now I have another line of income, is our mentality. You feel what I'm saying? So I want you guys to understand, start facing your fears, self-development. Everybody's faced with adversity. Like, I got 6 kids. I'm faced with adversity every day. You have no idea. Especially the what is it? The 3 youngest? Shit. You guys don't get it. I wanna sit, yeah. I wanna sit down and like get in the thing, and it's like, dad, 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 dad. But then I get real angry and I stop and I think and I'll be like, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for them. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be pushing this hard. It's so serious. I had some other notes, but I don't even know where they are. But that's why I just like talking off the top of the head, because it's just like the path and transparency of where we are. I'll get it together one day. It'll get all organized. But I want you to understand the real is real. I'm coming to you live and direct because I'm a normal individual. I didn't come from a rich family. I came from my white side, blue collar. You know, they worked super hard and that's all they knew. You feel what I'm saying? And then my black side, I hate to say race, but the black side was just, they were just straight savages. It's like hustlers, you know, straight from Chicago, Cabrini Green. It's not there no more if you guys are from Chicago. You guys already know that's where my family's from. So I didn't know. That's just what it was. So the hustler was always in me, but not working a 9 to 5 was never in me. But to be where it is now, who I am, I have to give a lot of credit to Tim and Mike, especially Tim, because a lot of people my age never understand, like, oh man, you ain't gonna learn some stuff from no young people. And I've learned a lot of valuable information. London, you know, Evan, uh, Brennan, Ware, Tim, Mike, all those guys are like 10 years younger than me. And I've learned so much from each individual. It's crazy. And I really appreciate them, because once everything starts to align, guys, you're going to see something just switch. You're going to see this gear just switch. And to be honest, after my pops died, guys, you got to understand, like, you really have to be grateful for who you are and what life really brings to you. Because after my dad passed away, my brother and I are really just like going through all this paperwork and going through the house and doing all the shit that you got to do when people pass away. And like, we're sitting there and then like, it just dawns on us, like, this is not how we want to live or leave the world. Like, you don't want to leave the world like this. You worked super hard. You had health issues. You had everything like this. Like, you don't want that. So I'm saying you're taking the steps now, but become obsessed. Intricate dedication to detail. Become obsessed to the growth, to how you speak. And then that's why I wanted to speak today, because the more I talk, the more I'm going to get better, and we're going to see each other on stage rocking and rolling. So I'm obsessed. You're going to see me on a whole bunch of calls, because I'm going to be like, Tim, you're going to put me on a call if you don't like it or not. You feel what I'm saying? I'll come out there and shave his beard. But see, I love to have fun. We have to start having fun with what we do. Yes, it's a job. Yes, we have to be serious. But if we're not having fun, how are we growing? This life is not about being serious. It's about having fun, shits and giggles, and turning up once in a while and not being upset. Sorry, I'm walking away. My phone's going to die, so I'm going to go in here and grab the charger. I'm almost done. But it is what it is, guys. It's just the time that we need to be obsessed. It is the time. Think about this, guys. You're in the house. So it's really, like I said, me versus me. You're in the house. You have nowhere to go. You cannot run. You can't go kick it. You can't do anything. So what better way than just becoming a better you at your craft? You feel what I'm saying? Don't become better at pressing the Xbox or the PlayStation button or whatever you do. Get on these calls with these men, Mike Miles, Mike Navarrete, Mike for president. Get on the call with him. You feel what I'm saying? Because what he's gonna do is he's gonna put you in a position to win. Xbox ain't paying no bills. These movies ain't paying no bills. And once you guys start to understand that, like, I play football. I love when people come watch me. I'm making money, win or lose. These people are making money when you watch. If you don't watch, regardless. You feel what I'm saying? So why are you not making an income? Why are you not becoming the person that you need to become? Why are you not breaking your family's curse? Now, if you want to go into that, we can go into that. That's a whole different family curses and generational wealth and things like that. That's a whole different ball game. But at the end of the day, guys, self-development is key. There's going to be things that are going to hit you in the face. You just got to take those punches and roll with them. You see Mike Tyson, he coming back at 53. Oh, shit. He bit somebody's ear off. He went to prison. He had horrible movies. He was fat. He's big. He's tough. I like it. Sell the Xbox. I'm not going to sell mine because I got kids. That's like the babysitter for that. But, no, I'm joking. But, guys, to be honest with you, like, my kids are going to be IBOs in this business. So when we get to where we need to get to, like, they're going to be chairmen. You feel what I'm saying? I just started them on getting them into the actual trading because they were just doing like some little scalping. Now they're getting in depth with it now. You see what I'm saying? You got to become obsessed, because when you become obsessed, 2 to 3 years, it's going to become natural. And then you're going to be good. Then you can just kick it. So at a 34-year-old guy that's been through life, that's learned so much of the hustle from younger generations, I'm telling you guys, take advantage of everything right now. You get what I'm saying? Oh, my kids got a live account, bro. They live, baby. No demos. But take advantage of it right now. Become the best you right now. You got 2020. You know, 2020 is a whole shift in the year, regardless. You know, they tried to hit us with a lot of bullshit in 2020, right? They hit us with COVID. They hit us with a pandemic. They hit us with some other shit. They took my dad. They almost took my son. You feel what I'm saying? But that doesn't stop us from growing. They actually messed up by putting us in the house where we can come back at them because we're going to get better mentalities. So if you guys got any questions, drop them real quick so I can do it. I'll do it for like 10 seconds, 10 minutes. But like I said, guys, it's not all about making it. It's about retaining it, right? It's all about retaining it. We can make $1 million, but it can also be taken away from us right away. We can find a boyfriend and girlfriend, but, you know, they can leave real quick. Let's see what we got up in here. Yeah, so we good, guys. So with that being said, man, whatever call's coming up next, I highly recommend you go to them, jump on that, listen, take notes, get into the process of becoming way better. Let's see, I'm looking at the chat. What are your 3 top books? Positive Thinking. I have it over here. Hold on. The Power of Positive Thinking. Where is the other one? Let me just look at my Audible. Power of Positive Thinking, How to Win Friends and Influence Other People. And I really enjoy this book that Matt, what's his name? Jason Brown just posted. Something, I forgot what it is. I forgot. I just took a screenshot of it.
Emotional intelligence.
You said what?
Emotional intelligence.
Yes, Emotional Intelligence 2.0. Yes. So the Power of Positive Thinking, guys, I literally listen to that like on a consistent basis. That's in my ear consistently. I don't even listen to music no more. I like I told Tim, we had a call the other day, and like, I'm so obsessed, guys. I'm just gonna keep going and going and going and going and just listen and listen and listen and listen and listen. Why? Because it's time. It's time. They put us in a spot to get to where we go. You put somebody in confinement, shit. What other way to get better, stronger, faster? Yeah. So yeah. How about everybody drop their 3 favorite books in the QC chat? And the only reason, and ask questions in the QC chat, guys. I had a guy ask me a question yesterday. What is this? What do you do when you get asked a certain question? So I asked it in the chat. The reason why I asked it in the chat is so you can get other answers to your question. You get what I'm saying? Somebody might be more involved, or you might relate with somebody a little bit different. Tim and Mike, they're doing their best for everybody, but you might not always relate to those guys and their questions or their answers. So talk to other people. Think and Grow Rich is a great book too. So yeah. 4 more minutes, guys. Anything else? Outwitting the now, Outwitting the Devil, guys. Now that's a great book. That book, that's the devil, and is that Dale Carnegie? It's somebody. He's they're talking to each other, and it's just crazy. Now that will put a perspective on your life that just will really shift gears in your mind. It will really make you think twice when you go into different situations. Bruce Lee. The Art of War too, guys. The Art of War. Kobe Bryant book. You can put that in there. Kobe Bryant book. One of my boys, some 50 Cent book about entrepreneurship. If you follow 50 Cent on Instagram, yeah, you can just imagine how that book is. 48 Laws of Power. Thank you, guys. Keep dropping them. Keep dropping them. Yes. So let's keep doing that, guys. Let's keep growing. Let's keep holding each other accountable. And let's go. I'll get better at speaking. We'll keep rocking and rolling. Also, guys, if you see anybody, look, I love this company. So I'm going to say this. If you see anybody dropping or flashing money or anything like that, yo, call them out. Tell Tim and Mike, let's protect this house, guys. We have to protect the house. So thanks for the support. You got a call in 15 minutes, I believe. It's a sniper course or somebody's training. So get on that call, guys. Support each other. Let's rock and roll. If you guys need anything, follow me on Instagram, LewisV2424, Louis V, whatever the case may be. I love y'all. Signing out.
I appreciate you, Lewis. Guys, drop some 7s in the chat and really do a massive favor to Lewis. If you got value from that, drop a one-liner or drop a voice note or something that you've learned in the QC chat. Maybe there's something that you took that someone else didn't hear, or there is a key phrase that you took that someone needs to read that brings them to the recording. I think just being able to help each other grow is one of the most powerful things in the world. And when we do that, I think it's so much more powerful. And so, guys, I appreciate y'all. We got this QC sharpshooter training with Kevin, Mr. Kevin Navarrete, at 9 p.m. Central Time. This is going to go up on YouTube. I'll get the link to the announcements as quickly as possible. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Lewis, for doing this call. I know everyone here is grateful. And I know the hundreds of people that are going to watch this on YouTube are going to be grateful as well. And so, guys, see you on the next call. Let's get it.